All right. Red, would you care to lead us in?
Damn it, Caesar salad in my throat. Okay.
Damn you, Caesar.
Hi, everybody. I bet you weren't expecting that introduction.
We were expecting an introduction?
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't Caesar salad.
The croutons in this fucker are big.
Oh god. Bread is already dry, and then it's even drier.
But it tastes like garlic, so everything's fine.
It's
All
okay.
right.
He almost died. It's fine though. It tastes good.
And if I do in fact die, at least I'll be protected from vampires. Now then,
Yeah, well then you can't come back to life by a vampire.
shush. All right. So you have just gotten back from a.
Don't worry.
I think. What?
My internet broke again.
Oh god damn it, Wild.
Typical. Is it the turkey, or is the turkey someone else?
That's gold.
Oh.
No, the turkey is safely locked away for the winter.
And then is Wild an eagle or something?
And when Gold says locked away the turkey, he means the oven.
No.
Is that
my
thing part
internet's just
Phoenix?
awful.
Isn't that thing just part Phoenix, so it just comes back every once in a while?
Probably. The Phoenix turkey. Wouldn't that be infinite sandwiches as long as you throw the bones in like a
Throw the bones in the ashes. Yeah.
We're very off topic. Red.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so used to this. I no longer care. I join in now. I used to just walk away and wait 10 minutes and then come back and you guys are still talking about the same thing.
Yeah. Right then. Yeah. So last time
bitch, I am the narrator. I was waiting for a while to see if its internet if his internet wrecked itself.
Well, it's back for the moment.
Okay, fantastic, and that means I gotta make it quick. You guys spent last episode, Mr. beating your way through a rather eventful gala in which you did everything in your power to not get a Mr. Vasily Petrov, ex principal of the Ivor Ward Showcase and Nations team, to avoid getting axed. It was very much a dad and baby situation. That said, the assassins were varying degrees of competence, and you did manage to extract him and get him out, even though that's the same word twice. And I'm interested in figuring out what you are now going to do with this man who currently does not have anywhere to go, but I also can't imagine anyone really harbors any positive feelings towards.
Well, fortunately for him, Leona is nothing if not a professional. She tries.
Hey, at least
Many
Hinako is
things.
being professional and actually guarding his
Many things.
deadbeat
Professional is
ass.
not one of them.
You were saying, Mr. Wisp.
Hinako is actually doing her job.
Yeah, no, that's a valid point. Hinako isn't in fact doing her job.
Doing a bit of a double job, but yes, job.
Double job.
And I just got bored. And started a fire on a rug.
So,
walked in, started a fire, walked out.
So I believe we decided to go to Tata's for the time
Tatas.
being.
Yes.
I'm going to hide out there for the moment until we can figure out what to do with.
You need a backup. Back to hit back. You bring an Ivor Ward guy into I's establishment. Oh, you need a backup. You need
left.
a back.
You left. You don't get to say no.
Leona is going to consider the fact that bringing the Ivorwardian into Ides restaurant might not be the best plan. She was going to suggest the hotel instead.
Either way is a bit of a problem because people can still be following us in either direction.
I mean, and it's
roll perception, Hinako.
While that's happening, I would also like to point out that there is still the fake curator.
Yes, he's around. We left.
You can see some around.
Did we not alert the authorities?
You
we did not.
notified
We will.
someone? I don't believe we notified the authorities. Either way, we kind of left the premise, so...
In any case, there's a body currently in there, so I assume that that's going to be jostled down relatively quickly and confused as to why the hell it's on fire, or was on fire.
That guy was already dragged away by...
Yeah, that
Them
was the
guards.
thing already.
Okay.
Yeah. Hinako, your foxy fox senses are tingling. I will inform you if there is anything of note as you progress towards wherever the hell you guys are going.
Texas.
that's
You're not
where I
going to Texas.
know. I'm already there. I win. This race is over.
So in other words, Tatas. Gotcha.
Tex.
Tex.
No. So how did the discussion go for Ide since I wasn't here? Was he like just quiet? When
I
you
believe
mentioned
you just
no,
left.
You weren't there.
Yeah,
You literally
pretty
just
sure you-
came
you-
in, burned the place,
so what you're telling
walked
me
out.
is you're bringing him to the establishment where I is.
Leona is going to caution against this action.
No. That would be
You order-
metagaming. At this point, you would have to go to Tata's.
Leona,
you were the
I'm
one
fairly confident
suggested in the
Leona
first
would
place.
know I well enough.
Guys.
People!
You are progressing towards back towards the Silverton city limits, and I do and the way that Leona has been leading the group, and the way the routing has been going on, you are starting to suspect she is escorting everybody, including the Ivorward team principal, towards the restaurant. Maybe that's not what she had in mind at the moment, but to you it definitely smells like she's taken the person you don't want in the restaurant towards the restaurant.
His eyes squint immediately. He is staring out that window. Well, the hole in the wall, anyway.
Leona, at this point, normally you would feel a cold stare lock upon you, but I don't think that would make sense.
I think it's quite hot and possibly kind of sharp.
There's gonna there's about to be some fiery language.
Wow, the pun level is increasing.
Might be a bit of a heated discussion.
I don't know what to tell you, Besk. I'm on a hot streak.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
Don't worry. He's going to be singeing us with more puns.
I think he wants us to put it out.
I agree.
Hinako does not agree.
Oh no.
I'm pretty
We've
sure. I'm pretty
lost.
sure that was wild.
Yeah,
It
I was gonna
was.
say, was that? Did you leave because of internet, or did you leave because of puns?
Internet. I didn't hear a pun.
I was
He was saved.
What was the pun?
the
No,
turkey
no, there was
rises
Many.
the turkey rises once more.
There's not like embassies and stuff, presumably.
Why? Well, that's well.
I'm trying to look up when the concept of embassies was invented and if that even would be a thing in this.
I don't see a reason why not, especially considering Sador and Marinhalf have been decent trading partners.
They haven't
All right.
progressed that far along the linear tech tree yet.
Yeah, so that's my main question. Have we progressed far enough into the tech tree to unlock embassies?
The straight
You-
line of technology. It has to go in this order.
Why don't you give me a no local, Leona?
All right, one no local coming right up. Blah, 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 blah. Actually, I have one. 16.
You are familiar with a Marinhalf embassy in Sador, and you probably know the address of it and you probably know the address of it. As to how exactly you get there, that might be a bit of a different story.
Wait, do we have a driver? Or is one of us driving this carriage? Or are we just running?
I thought you guys were yellow brick roading this.
Okay,
Yeah,
yellow
I
brick
did
roading
not.
it.
I
Carriage.
thought I was gonna say Yellowbrick Road in this, but if we were driving, Thibben's gonna drive.
Near yellow brick roading it. Definitely, I can see that already.
Hinako is not going anywhere near Thibben's driving.
Thibben probably wouldn't be able to see over the dash.
What you mean? These are vehicles made by dwarves. Of course you can see over the dash. You just need a cinder block.
Dwarves are medium creatures, sir.
Still short. But she would probably need like a booster seat rather than a entire freaking rather than a step ladder.
Quickly put Petrov underneath her.
No.
That's one way of hiding them. Terribly, but it's hiding them, right?
All right.
If we can get to the embassy, the Marinhalf embassy, he should be relatively safe.
Relatively.
Well,
Hey.
safer.
Okay, what are you guys doing? Why are you skipping?
I don't think we're skipping.
You said yellow brick roading it. Now I can imagine whenever someone's yellow brick roading anything, they're skipping together, holding hands.
I am 99% sure we are not skipping along holding hands.
Certainly Hinako would not be. She's far too focused on perception right now.
Thibben would be closer to Petrov, simply because of the fact that that's kind of in the middle area.
Hey, so what happened while I caught things on fire? What'd I miss?
About three other assassination attempts on Mr. Petrov here.
Petrov stares at Ide Russianly.
And I doesn't even stare, and he just flips him off. Anyway, what's going on?
We're trying to get Mr. Petrov here to the Marinhath Embassy.
Why?
Because he has assassins after him.
Okay, let it happen.
He has valuable information, and it would be rude considering we've already tried to save him at least once. It would be just kind
Also,
of
I'm
rude.
currently under his employ, so
No, so that's how you guys work. You just help the Marinhaft people if they pay you. No, sorry, fuck it. Iverwardian people if they pay you, huh? Huh?
Not that it's any of your business, but Ms. Hinako impressed me during the Grand Prix during her security stint there, and I wanted her in my private detail for this party.
I think it's a good thing I did take a job on that. Might have had quite a different
Probably.
outcome for you if I hadn't.
So what you're telling me, Mr.
Also, I'll point out that this man presumably is wanted dead by Ivor Ward. Therefore, we want him alive.
He's wanted dead by Iverward because he probably failed at something. That's not shocking.
Many people be
Okay,
failing to.
rude, but
Am I wrong, Mr. Petrov?
Why do you think Mr. Petrov would talk to somebody who literally just flipped him off for no reason?
No reason?
Did he
as
do
far as
something
he's
to you?
aware.
No. He's being silent. That means he definitely
Racism
failed.
is a reason. Technically.
Failure aside, our present goal is to get Mr. Petrov to the Marinhaft Embassy here in Skador.
Huh.
We can
Okay.
decide
Ah.
what to do after that.
Well, he's the one that had the code that we needed for our little robot friend, right?
Little robot friend being...
Leona winces at Ide inadvertently admitting they were doing espionage, but
Like 75% sure that's on purpose.
Nod slightly. That's correct.
Mr. Petrov just halts. Wait a minute. Wait a bloody minute. I recognize you now. You were the drone repair person.
Yeah. Yes.
You are lucky I cannot call security right now. You bad,
And where in
you
that?
bad.
In return for you not
Looking at my
calling
uniform,
security,
I'm security.
we'll do our best to try and keep you from being horribly killed.
I don't think we have time to be having a conversation here, really.
Yeah, we need to get going.
You can just come in my
we were
building. I
moving
don't
and
care.
talking at the same thing.
Because walking and talking are mutually exclusive events.
Yes, totally.
Which is why I said Petrov stopped.
Yes, you see, whenever we're talking,
we should continue moving.
Whenever we're talking, Gold assumes that we're just standing there in the middle of the street, just having this conversation.
I mean, also that,
No.
but he stopped.
Petrov,
Keep
we
moving.
specifically stopped. Leona is saying we should keep going.
Yes, Leona is saying we should keep going.
Yes.
You and I, prettiest princess, we're going to have words.
Can we keep on moving now? We have a...
Yes, and Petrov just bolts from Thibin.
Also, keep your voice down, Fibbin. We're trying to not be followed here.
You think we are followed now?
We can be followed at any time.
Wes, do you still have that little soundboard with Yosu yaps?
Perhaps.
The little squeak, the little fox squeak thing, right?
Would you give me a couple of those? If convenient, of course.
Are they not being played?
They're not being played.
Sadly.
They're playing on my side. Why are they not playing on your side?
That's
What?
weird too, because your voice modifier did actually work earlier, so it
so-
should be going through.
Audio is at max, so. Damn you, voice mod!
No worries. Hinako, you see Yosu spun around and yapping at something.
By the way, that 28 perception was Hinako herself, wasn't it?
I know. I'm trying to flavor it.
Okay.
Flavor. Good, delicious meal.
I will inspect what he's yapping at.
As you turn around in the light of a street lamp, you do see an individual dressed in rather dark clothing duck into a side alley.
Yep. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure we're already being tailed.
By
suspicious person in black clothing? I don't know. It's not like I know his or her name. But I'm expecting it's an Ive word. Or it might be, what's his face, Cole? I doubt it, though.
Petra picks up his face a tiny bit. Excuse me, lady, we know.
You
Yes,
should at least call
Petra?
her Lady Leona.
That's her last name, isn't it?
It's actually Miranda, Lady Miranda. If you want to be correct.
Duh, Lady Leona Antos Miranda, we know. Lady, we know.
That's not actually. Whatever we can. Whatever priorities. We need to get moving.
Do you have maybe an alternate route we can take?
It's been a while since I've been walking the streets of Skador. I don't frankly know how to get to the embassy from here.
You can know local again if you want to.
Oh, wait. I think we know what location.
Wait, you do?
You do.
Yeah. I know better pathway. Just make sure you wash clothes afterward.
Yet.
Well, do you want to be tracked easy or not?
I'd rather not be trapped in sewer if that's what this question is.
Just rolls her eyes. Come now. Comrade? Is that correct term?
Comrade, yes.
They have soap at embassy. Much soap.
Come now, Petrov. I thought you guys were all about productivity and the fastest route.
You seem like you get thrown through walls quite a bit.
You know what? I do. And you know what it's taught me? Keep being an asshole.
don't
Hey, going through
think that's
walls
the
might
lesson
be the
you're supposed to
fastest
take
way.
from it.
You walk around. Here we are. Yes, location right here.
Thibbin, you actually have a decent idea of where you are, even if you might not know precisely where you're going. There's someone in your party who would.
Right then. So,
Liam,
if Fibbin knows where we are, and Leona knows where we need to go, are we able to figure out what to do?
No,
Yes.
you are banned from collaborating, even though you're within a 5-foot radius of each other.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah. You know, Leona, just combine our thoughts together and make a missiles AI system. There you go.
All right, then. So Leona will try and collaborate with Tibbin to figure out where the fuck to go.
Can you do so while we continue moving?
Yes,
Just
wall
stay
moving,
still.
wall moving. Ideally.
There are Thibbin, you can think of a couple routes. One stays up top in the let's say the clean section of the city, and then there is one that starts with that manhole cover a couple blocks ahead.
Hold me. Yes, that's fine.
Fibbin, can we please not use the sewers?
Use
Again,
the sewers. Do it.
want to be tracked easy or no? There is other direction, but rather not use that because it's too obvious.
Isn't it too
Besides-
obvious to do it whenever we're already being tailed?
I mean, that's a fair point. We are already being tailed.
To
And
go
in the
down
sewers,
sewer.
there's less ways for us. It's more easy for us to be cornered.
And I'm pretty sure the fact that we just mentioned, hey, we're being tailed, I wonder why they're not, popping up out of no. Never mind. They wouldn't do that.
I have better terminology for the situation. We go down there means less area for them to go and hide behind us. Make sense? Words?
You've been into a sewer, right? Did yeah. Anyway.
And there's also the option of taking care of any tailors down there.
Nah, but I
Which
can't use
is-
fire down there.
There's nothing down there besides the water.
Who wants to tell Thibbin?
Libin, you know what people use sewers for, right?
Yes. I just want to call it water for now.
Yes, that's why I can't use fire.
Being optimistic.
Besides, all y'all are taller than me. So what are y'all fucking worried about?
They all be worried about finding candy bars.
What's a candy bar?
Can we just go now, please? Just move your feet in this direction.
A candy bar is a segment of usually caramel and nuts and nougat, usually covered in a chocolate topping.
That sounds disgusting. All right, let's go.
Hyde knows no joy, does he?
Where was he born? Well, what was his life?
What is this thing you call enjoyment?
The only joy he has is giving the F-bomb to Ivorwardians. That's where his true joy comes from. And by F-bombs, I don't mean the bad word. I mean the fire word.
Flambe.
They.
Hinako and I guess Norman can get on because you're also a security person. Another perception, if you please.
All right.
Yours is distracted slightly.
riddle me this: has they been actually leading you towards towards the manhole cover, or are you already there and you're just kind of kind of staring around it?
Leading, I assume.
Depends on how
I
fast
would,
we be walking.
considering the amount of discontent they want about this, more than likely walking toward it right now instead of at it.
This figure is still has still been following you, but it looks it looks like he's not moving until you actually take a turn somewhere. And like he's not he's not like following behind you with a newspaper with like a little like a couple holes cut out for his eyes or anything like that. No,
Right.
he's trying to stay at least a little hidden.
Okay, can we do it like this then? Is there a alleyway nearby? Like a small, thin alleyway where probably darkness and stuff?
Should be.
Let's all head in there, yeah?
Ah, I think I know what you mean. Yes.
That sound good to everyone? Then we don't have to go into that stink hole
You know what?
since you all be so pissy about it.
I'm down with I'm down with this plan and whatever it is.
Inako, you broke DC 25. You might also pick out that whoever is following you is as you see him duck behind the the corner of the building and continues to tell you, you make out a small notepad in his hands.
For now, no lethal force. Please. We might also be dealing with other people that are interested in what's the word? Political situations.
Okay.
AKA the press. Might be
As you
telling us.
turn as you turn off down towards the side down the side alleyway, and closer to the closer to the embassy. You notice that this fellow seems to have left you alone.
Okay. Off to the embassy
Possibly
then.
just took a different route.
For now. Well, agreed on this, yes. No stinky places or anything. Just move.
Right.
Lee!
Whoa!
What was that?
Sounds like we're dealing with
Heck.
the Scooby-Doo troop.
Yosu just jumps into Hinako's arms.
Why is it not picking up?
All right, and the walk to the embassy doesn't take too much further. It is a excuse me. It is a stone building. Unsurprisingly, a lot of the buildings around here are made out of the material, but it has a relatively large lawn, and on the front on the walls you see a number of what's the adjective form of Marin half?
Marin Hoffy?
Marin Halfian crest.
Why does book make you want to restart now of all times?
All right. Sighing with relief, Leona will motion for everyone to hurry inside.
Which works out fine until the armed guards out front notice who the sixth person of your group is.
Is this Ibn or Petrov or
Definitely Petrov, because they know who everybody else is.
Right. Leona will do her best to try to explain the situation and get the guards to let us in.
Mr. Petrov's endured several assassination attempts as of so far today, and has some valuable information for Marinhoff, and it's in our best interest to ensure his safety.
Your explanation goes over well, and they apologize and assure you no further incidents will happen.
Leona will thank them for their diligence and continue on. Also warn them that we have been followed up until recently, so they should continue their diligence.
They will keep that in mind. And now as you venture inside of the embassy or consulate, whichever you want to call it, Petrov will dust his shirt off, and he's going to ask. So now what? If I already employ anything to go by, this is the part where you tie me up in gulag and begin asking me questions.
You'll be surprised by the fact that we are not particularly that kind of.
I don't believe there's a need to tie you up, Mr. Petrov.
I mean, he's asking very nicely that we tie him up.
Oh,
I
shut
already
up,
have
yo.
rope.
I asked nothing. It's my past experience.
I still have the rope.
I'd seriously.
As I was saying, I don't believe there is a need to tie you up, considering as the guards are more interested in keeping you safe than keeping you prisoner. You can leave whenever you want. I would advise against it, but it's your life on the line, Mr. Petrov.
I
And don't worry, I'll be making sure I doesn't.
Petrov blinks, and he said, "I didn't know I suggested that I was going to leave."
Fair enough.
Which is
Right then.
which is the GM's way of saying you definitely just put words in his mouth.
Right.
So,
That happens sometimes.
It does.
Mr. Petrov, I think we still have that idea for the conversation. Still, some of that does stand.
So, that's it. I think we have more pressing concerns than potential business arrangements at the moment.
True, but just something to point out for later. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Spasibo, Devin, but I can't make a deal if dead.
Exactly.
Stare. My problem now is I have nowhere to go, and furthermore, if I try going home, I'm probably dead. Premier hates the fact that the bloody. He's pacing around. He's pacing around and rubbing his head. What when these stupid drivers rock and that he's punishing. I had nothing to do with this.
Well, we can offer you sanctuary, refuge in Marinhath. The more westernly parts are, in particular, are too, shall we say, welcoming of Irowardians, but the east is a little more removed from the hostilities between our two nations, and you shouldn't be overly discriminated against.
And if Marinhalf isn't particularly your deal, then I might be able to set something up on the Elemental Isles for you.
Certainly a
I
possibility.
feel like my mother is a lot more well known, let's say, than she lets on. I mean, she has a contact with Marinhalf. People.
Elemental Isles.
The Kitsune homeland.
Oh, the Foxies!
Those Koji.
Sorry. And he's pounding politely. He's pounding politely to go. I meant no offense. Just soft, fluffy thing.
The
No worries.
Elemental Isles actually might be a good idea.
Far better than my place.
It's far removed from Ivorward, and
I don't believe we have any standing situations with other countries that much.
yeah.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway. Pretty calm and peaceful isle as far as I'm aware. Aside from the occasional monster, maybe, but yeah.
I mean, you get those everywhere.
I'm aware of a few elemental idols customs. They are very insulated from the other from the other countries in the world. I believe, and furthermore, I'm almost certain to become a citizen of Elemental Isles. I am required to relinquish any prior citizenships I may have.
Well,
Wait, is that a thing?
considering your situation, doubt that's much of a problem.
Wait, is that actually a thing of your country? Civilization.
It's not like you'll become a kitsune just because of that or anything.
I mean, that's sorcery. That's entirely different than politics.
I imagine Thibin's mind is starting to just reel thoughts of herself with little foxy ears and tail.
It's like, I wonder how the umpire would even react to that.
It's a good
Yeah.
research idea.
Don't get captured, but I should take one umpire.
Who? Me or Petrov?
Hinako.
I think anyone in general.
Yeah, good point.
Getting captured
Fair enough.
tends to be a bad idea.
Yes. Extremely. So bad. Precise point. Yes. So what reason do you think why they are coming after you anyway? Besides from the stupid racer.
First off, are we just gonna be discussing this here right at the front door, or should we move into like a?
I
I
can
guys-
take this to a meeting room.
You guys are definitely inside by this point, and somewhere private.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got a meeting room.
We
But
we
yeah.
didn't particularly make any mention of. Yeah, we entered, but after that,
Yeah.
wasn't really mention of getting a room or anything.
I know. I know. I have a thing for very detailed and drawn out storytelling, but I don't see any reason why none of this can't be implicit.
Yeah, we should move. Start with our left foot and then our right, or should we start with the right and then our left?
Choices.
And then you approach the meeting door, where Leona reaches out with her right hand, grabs the doorknob, starting by flexing her thumb, and then her index finger, and then her middle finger.
And then she
And then
pulls.
she turns the knob half a degree, and then another half a degree. Fuck my life.
And then she pulls, realizing only moments later that there was a push door.
Do you see what your characters do to me, Goldie?
I
She
do.
turns the knob halfway to opening, and then halfway again, and we can't actually open the door.
And then
Well,
the door gets a quarter way open, and then Leona goes, "Oh no, I forgot. I should probably get people water." And she closes it another half a degree, and then another half a degree.
Well, things aside. Okay, so we're in a safe room. Okay, never mind
You
my.
are in a safe room.
Yes. So why are they coming after you besides from stupid racer? You're not outdid, are you?
Sorry. The narrator's voice is full of salad.
Not salad.
Watch out for the croutons.
Crochet.
There weren't any croutons this time, but thank you for your worry.
Crochet.
Well, there was stupid racing, of course. They probably need to explain what plan is. How much do you know about the showcase politics?
From personal experience, not particularly much.
I know a bit.
Then you
Yeah, that's you.
then you may know how team championships work. Lady, we know.
Sorry, say again.
Say again. I didn't catch that.
Do you know how team championships work?
Team championships in reference to the
Would Leona know this?
She probably would, as the daughter of the team owner. How the team or constructors championships work is every driver scores points over the course of the race. You probably know this already, and that's how you determine the driver's champion. Currently, the defender is Eddie Banyaya of Rydia. the team
Right.
championships, you every team submits 2 cars, right? So add up the points that each of your drivers score over the course of a season, and that is your team points, and that has its own championship going. And obviously, the defending team's champion is Rydia again. The
Right.
reason the team championship is so important is because there is also prize money awarded, and it's a non-negligible sum, and the higher you finish in the standings,
The more moolah. Okay.
Right, I'm familiar with it. Is this about the prize money?
at least in at least in part. I reward has been thinking about possibly going on the offensive. Not anytime in the immediate future. Not while the showcase is still going on. But they need a war chest, and furthermore they need to wage battle on however many fronts they possibly can.
Not just the Marinhalf front.
But also but also well not primarily in regards to Marinhalf. However, the premier has come to think that what do you say? Every little bit helps. We have factories roaring, training underway, and furthermore we also need the money.
Right.
Has it been stated to be an all-out offense?
I know.
I mean, this isn't news per se. We've known Iverward was planning an offensive, and we've been in our own attempting to get ready for it.
I know. I know not all the details. Only what the premier has shared with me in regards to my job, what used to be my job.
Speaking of, they have replacement for you immediately.
Well, they almost certainly do. The question, of course, is how fast they can get to the Emirates.
Right, where the next leg of the race will be taking place.
The Emirates, of course, being the Underdark Emirates, where the Underdark Grand Prix will be taking in about a week's time.
Was that panic noises from Thibin?
No.
Did sound a bit like it.
No panic.
Underground, yes?
Yes, the Underdark Emirates are.
Yes, the Underdark Emirates are underground, Thibin.
Yes, do you know what else is underground?
The Shirtikawans are underground as well, yes.
No, the Duergar.
I think they're part of the Emirates.
Well, fuck them.
That's rude.
Is Mouse Person okay?
I believe the Emirates and the Shirtikans are kind of like Marinhalf and Ivorward in that regard.
In a state of Cold War that could turn hot at any time.
I don't know. Last I checked, it was brewing like hot boiling water, except it's called person already, because they put finger in.
Okay.
Lady, we know that person is speaking in mixed metaphors.
Yeah.
Duergar and Empire. Not exactly Cold War. It's more open, but it's a lot more quieter than on surface, since you don't see blood underground very often.
Low intensity conflict would be the term, I think.
Perhaps. That's last I know, but it's been a while since you, I don't know. We had contact with Shetiqua Empire, trying to kidnap or kill me.
Yes, that.
Didn't it happen like 2 days ago in game?
Yeah, I feel so.
I think 3 now. 3 days ago.
So many days, so long.
And those were
More than a week.
mercenaries.
We've had a time.
Yes, and I know those were mercenaries.
Right.
Yeah, mercenaries might not necessarily know anything about the country they originate from.
Oh, definitely not. In any case, so prize money? Wait, is there other rewards from this besides from the money, such as
Technology.
magic items, artifacts from the surface, artifacts from underground?
I'm pretty sure it's just prize money.
The trophies are
Cool.
magical because shiny.
Fair enough.
Magically shiny.
Magically shiny. Oh.
Either way, so how crucial is the prize money to Ivor Ward's war chest?
How long have you been working on showcase business, Lady We Know?
Since Marinhoff first began to put their own team together, about.
Interestingly enough, she keeps reacting to we know.
Remember, we're a fairly new team.
Of course, 4 to 5 years roughly.
Correct.
Then you probably know that the margins between the teams can sum up to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of gold pieces.
Holy shit!
What did you think the race cars were cheap to make?
Well, I
Didn't-
didn't think they would be worth cities.
The showcase is a large international and, more importantly, diplomatic event. This world was almost cracked in half by civil war. No price is too big to ensure the peace is maintained.
Or at least that war doesn't last too long.
Oh, that's much money.
Yes, Tibin, I'm aware it's a lot of money.
Wouldn't that, I don't know, cause any large scalies to get intrigued by said money?
What, dragons? I'm pretty sure what dragons are still around are generally keep to themselves.
Mhm. Okay.
Why are we on the topic of dragons? I'm just
Because
gonna.
because the prize money is a lot of gold, and Tiven's like, won't that attract the local dragon population?
I mean, maybe they have a dragon guarding the gold. I don't know, man. You don't know what the whole story is. Jesus.
The dragons have a propensity to find jobs in the financial sector.
That's fair.
Oh, God, the dragons run the bank.
No wonder they only give out notes.
No. Think it through. That money is safe.
Yes, very
That
much.
money
And the dragons
is
only give
safe.
out notes that they
No wonder they're
people
fans of banknotes. They
own.
don't have to give up their gold.
Yeah.
Does that mean like you have little kobold bankers?
Yeah, they're the tellers.
Yes.
That's funny.
Thank you, whoever that was for asking a question. I actually had a somewhat clever answer to.
Okay. Wait. So
So
why
can
do they
we?
want? Why do they want you out of the picture then? For the money issue.
Because I messed up.
Told you.
Plain and simple.
Because
That's
I
rewarding
s-
in
it's
right there.
easier to replace a team principal than it is to replace one of their star drivers.
Oh, they'll do that too. Don't think they won't.
What, a mediocre star?
To probably elaborate a bit. We don't particularly consider Marin half rivals in as far as the showcase is concerned at any rate. At least not right now. We had a very slow start to the season. We're considered backmarker teams at the moment. Marin half is at least 3 places ahead of us in constructors tournament.
Right.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense resorting to dirty tactics at the moment. But my stupid driver did so anyway. Premier wouldn't let me explain, and now here I am.
Hmm.
Explaining to us instead.
Wow, that's because we're more reasonable.
Certainly.
Yes, reasonable. Totally not thinking of ideas.
I do not like the man on fire.
I'd rather be in a room with only one man interested in killing me than 7.
You know, at least he recognizes Hyde's intentions.
Admittedly, I do have bloodlust at all times, but I do control it.
They've
Leona will just look at
Then like bloodlust. I'm sorry. What?
Look,
At all times. Great.
Look, I'm currently under the employ of Lady Leona and Mr. Petrov, so if I's gonna try anything, I will point my blade at him.
Lady, we know, why is Paladin pointing gun at rat?
He does that a lot.
I'm used to it at this point.
Northern adding another reason to shoot the rat to the
Yeah.
ever-growing list.
Takes out notepad.
No, Norman. At this point, you're not at take out notepad. You're at take out roll of toilet paper.
I was about to say he just has a pen inside of the pistol now and just writes it in with his pistol.
A bayonet attachment and a pistol. Bayonet.
Bloodlust. No, what else you got? Oh, yes, you're a rat.
Okay. All right.
Now I see every line is like, this reason 2, it's a rat. Reason 4, it's a rat. Every other line is, it's a rat.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I am ready for this meeting to just turn into a Mexican standoff at some point.
Right then. Well,
Who the Mexicans though?
Well,
Oh, damn
don't
it,
worry.
yeah, I
Don't
think we're
don't
gonna have.
worry. I would never harm Mr. Petrov in front of you people.
I was going to say, if Iverwood wants him dead, then doesn't that make you not want to kill him? Just to spite them?
You think that I'm
Mexican
so
equivalent
spiteful
would
that I
be-
would do such a thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, that's a good question. I guess the Mexican equivalent would be taco. Go Bell. I
Dakota?
don't know.
Dakota? That's
Why did
Mexico.
why did I name not Mexico Taco Bell?
Wait, you did?
That's what I was trying to mount. That's what I was mounting out.
Why?
Taco Bell.
Why were you mounting the thing out? Okay.
He was trying to think of a name for them, not Mexico country.
And I
He's
landed
hungry.
and I landed on Taco Bell. God help me.
That's certainly the restaurant.
I was going to be a little more subtle and say Takora, but Tacoba.
We are not calling the Mexicans Taco Bell.
Please God, don't, because most actual
That's
Mexicans don't like Taco Bell. It's not
Yeah,
authentic.
I know.
If there are any Mexicans watching this video, I am terribly sorry.
My girlfriend
Out
is
of the-
like across the room.
out of the 2 people watching this video.
Yes, the 2.5 person maybe.
Ah, so you do agree that there's a robot watching us? I knew it.
Yes.
Ah,
All right. Robots and Mexicans aside, whatever the name of the I swear we had a Spanish country, didn't we?
We
Wasn't
were
that
joking
Rusia?
about it.
Oh,
Because
originally
I mean,
was French.
at
right?
this point in history, would
At this point in
damn it,
history,
I'm not
I
up
have
to
to
date with
remind
Met.
you
I like how this is
Yeah.
that it's
how we've
not a
decided
linear
to.
factory.
I like
Yeah,
how
you
we've
know what?
decided to dissolve all this into this situation when.
Yeah. Focus.
I mean, I just
Right.
want to note. I just want to note that if you have a Spanish country in general, most Mexicans are just like a mix of a bunch of different races, so you could literally put them anywhere.
Would that also be
Right.
India as well?
Look, enough about the random countries. Leona
We've talked
will.
about the dragons holding treasures, and then we've talked about the countries. This is great. We're getting.
It's world building. I like it. But yes, Lady, we know. Please continue.
Mr. Petrov, in exchange for your assistance in obtaining an old security protocol to unlock a data box, black box that we have acquired, I am prepared to offer you a ship that will take you to the Elemental Islands, and we can possibly see about arranging a bodyguard to protect you while you are remaining there in exile, as it were.
Yes, not bodyguard. Covert. If I'm going to disappear, I need to disappear proper.
All right.
Yeah. Exile, buddy.
We'll
Buddy.
do our best to assist you in that regard, then.
And I didn't think it was come to this, but I do need to be what's a good word? Raised.
Oh,
I mean,
don't forget, it still stands. The agreement, business, contract. Yes.
We are getting there, Ratty. Thank you.
You and your business deals.
It would kind of help me in the future.
always
Don't-
thinking about yourself.
Look,
Jeez.
You're
look,
starting
if I
sound like
look, if I can get out of the damn experimentation from that mad scientist, all the better for me. Yes. Mhm.
Aren't you
Yeah,
already
then I
out?
could experiment on you instead.
No.
One mad scientist is enough. I'd stop provoking her.
I'm not provoking, just intrigued.
I do recall Thibin saying something about the Chirtikuan Empire being a technocracy or something,
Yes.
which is to say it's run by their scholars and scientists and whatnot.
Yeah,
Okay,
so why
well,
didn't I go there?
No, you're not. They'll
I've rewarded as council of seven scientists and engineers, best and brightest we have, and among them they choose Premier.
Wait, so is Iverward a technocracy too? Then
Oh, wait a minute.
technically,
I'm sorry. I horribly misheard. Please ignore me.
okay.
No, do not go to Chitikawan Empire. They'll flay you alive like banana. Replace your organs with 3 rabbit hearts, and then make you into a computer.
I have never. How do you eat banana?
That's
Better
not.
question. Better question. Does Stephen know what a banana is?
I assume she's guessing.
Let me go ahead.
She heard a very wrong description of a banana at one point.
Let me go ahead and just roll a. Actually, hang on. Let me roll a nature check to
Who
see if I even know
plays
what a banana.
bananas?
People who eat bananas.
No, I peel bananas.
Yeah, but you're technically flaying it while at the same time, don't
Flay
you?
the banana.
Flay the banana.
Flay the banana.
Congratulations, Stephen. You know what a banana is.
Yes.
Along with the larger category of items you think are called fruits.
An
For
orange. Orange sounds good, but no point. No point. Point is, Chautauqua Empire will make you into biocomputer.
What's a computer?
Please don't. No. Too much. Nope. Calm down, Thibin.
You do not need to worry about computers. The only thing you need to worry about is that they'll make you into one, and it's not a good situation for you.
Right.
I'd say I.
The closest we're likely to get to the Empire is the Underdark Emirates, and
I'm honestly waiting for someone to say something along the lines of Norbin, the rat's misfiring again. But yes, needless to say, there isn't going to be a Circuituan Grand Prix being held anytime in the near future.
right.
So, Thibin, how far are we from the place that we need to be?
The guy just blinks.
Please don't tell me you made us lost.
Which conversation
we're
are we
at
talking
the
about?
embassy. We're at the embassy.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh, I was kind of closing my eyes for most of this. If I don't look
that
at
would
it,
explain why you kept walking into walls.
that also explains why I wasn't trying to kill somebody. If I see his
But
face,
as I
I'll
was saying,
Anyway, I thought it was because I was drunk.
I'm a little bit drunk.
Mr. Petrov, if you can provide us with an access code to a older black box, then we will do our best to see you safely to the elemental islands where you can disappear.
Where's Black Box?
Oh,
That would be
really?
back at
Don't
Ta-
think. I
that
don't
would be
think
back
our
at
brothers know
Tata's,
this.
right?
I think so. I'd.
What do you want?
You
The
happen
black
to have
box
the
is back at
black
your.
box with you.
It would be back at your establishment unless you have it.
Why would I be carrying
Personally,
around something so important? I would be stashing it away.
Question. The establishment.
Restaurant.
Don't you talk about it?
You have highly sensitive piece of secure top secret material, and
Actually, good point. Didn't we bring it to the garage at some
and
point?
you put it in the restaurant.
Who would look for it? Who would look for it in a restaurant?
Better question: who would walk by it? A lot of people, because it's on a table in a restaurant.
Hold up, one
On a
question.
table in a restaurant. Don't
Hold
be
up.
ridiculous.
Leona, the Ivor Wardian said something dumb.
All right, you can have this side.
Lady, we know. Lady, more like we don't know.
Hey, dumbass. I am an alchemist. Do you think I put it out in the middle of the fucking table?
Knowing you, duh.
Oh, now I'm going to. Can I kill him now? Can I kill him now?
No.
I, Thibin, am
No.
learning etiquette. I wish to learn this thing called etiquette for this situation at least.
Hey, Thibin.
Steven is
Steven?
learning not to murder. Progress.
Thibin, your constant bloodlust is not showing right now, and it's ruining my mood.
Oh, right, too bad.
Too bad.
Well, Mr. Petrov, let me ask you something. We're the one who's got hold of it from your team, which means you're the worst at putting things in their proper place.
Rust. Delicious.
What?
What?
The what?
The black box is from your team, which means we got it from you.
I wasn't wanting you so much. I was wanting the rat.
Oh, good. It's always good to wet the rat.
Thibin was referencing something here, but of course, only I know what it is.
She does that a lot.
Just so you know, this is what we're used to, and I feel like we could torture you this way. So I kind of am okay with you living.
We're not trying to torture Mr. Petrov. We're trying to secure his co-op.
Oh, well, just leave him in a room with Thibin alone.
You are the torch-flamed person already. And then a bullet in the head.
What?
What?
Still pointing a gun at Steven's general.
Now that I think about it, wouldn't I be able to activate
Out on your arm! Get tired from doing that all day!
No.
It's good training to keep his gun straight at all times, just in case.
He is very well trained.
Just a stoic no. Listen to me carefully. Black box is very secure. We have it installed on one of the droids, and they will not be removed unless commanded to. So unless you hijacked one of them,
which we did.
Oh bloody hell!
It was markedly easier than expected.
Extremely easy, actually.
We replaced it with a trash can, and no one noticed.
Besides, it was practically a bucket of rust in the first place.
To
be fair.
I can also add to this silliness situation. Mr. Petrov.
Oh no.
You remember this window? Not this one I'm pointing at, but the other window?
Are we just mocking him right now?
I think I'm not mocking. I am just pointing out facts. You remember a window, don't you?
But
Why
then-
would he remember a specific window? You stupid rat.
Oh, I don't know, probably because it was a flying gnome.
That does not particularly have anything to do with a window.
Yes, but there was a gnome outside that window
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened to fly.
Ah,
Let me look through my bag. Where-
Please, Thibin. Shh, calm down. I know it's one of your great accomplishments in your mind, but can we calm down? Can we? I'm gonna go get the black box. That's secure, by the way, Mr. Petrov.
Do you want any of us to come with you, I?
Maybe one of the two mentally stable people.
Hmm.
I recommend Norvin.
No, Norvin, I think should stay here.
Oh no, have his gun point somewhere else for time being.
actually,
No,
Norvin,
I would,
Put it away
I
for a
would
moment.
recommend
No,
Norvin.
no,
because,
Norvin, please keep that. Please keep that always aimed at Thibin. I feel like it's a necessity at this point.
To be honest, I would recommend Norvin because Lady Ona needs a bodyguard, and Mr. Petrov needs a bodyguard, and the rat needs, well, not be left alone.
The rat needs an adult.
I,
That's
Thibin, am an adult, and I can be, in fact, left alone by myself quite fine if I am allowed to do things that I am allowed to.
Hold up. I know who should be my perfect escort. Thibin, will you do the honors of escorting me to my?
Do not leave me with
Restaurant.
this man.
Seriously,
No, I'm talking
Norvin,
about you go away from Norvin for a bit.
You
I'm-
I'm kind of struggling with thought. I was like, stay here with Norvin, or go with
Go-
Ide.
Or leave.
Go-
Neither are
I-
good
I'm
options.
contractually
are they?
obligated to protect
Norvin?
Petrov.
I still recommend Norvin.
Norvin, you stay here and promise me you won't shoot Thibin unless she does something profoundly dangerous. Not stupid, mind you. Dangerous.
So,
Was it
who's
gonna
going
shoot
to be
David
your
unless she
bodyguard
does
then?
something anyway?
I will be fine, as I have who has explosives.
That's pretty much what I'm worried about, though.
Yeah, that makes me not like this.
Why not
You
Ide and Norvin?
you might
Because-
forget that he has the precision to detonate an explosive device, destroying a spider swarm without singeing the carpet.
I would also like to point out fact that Hinako must stay here for us because of fact that they recognize her face at this point as guard.
I feel like that one kid calmly eating his lunch while the rest of the cafeteria has a food fight.
There's also fact that I am very, very obvious individual in dress. Leona in dress. Norvin, you're not in dress. You are guard. You do not speak much. People do not recognize you very often.
I, at this point, no longer cares who follows him. He's starting to leave.
Leona will follow.
But your face is everywhere. And you're
Leona, stay with the group. I got this. If I go by myself, it's less numbers. If I get into trouble, I get into trouble.
You're saying that Leona is obvious. Look at I.
It is
He
very
is in
much
For the
fact
love
a
of
mana,
a
but
beacon of obviousness.
I'm just gonna drink this real fast. You motherfuckers, you always make me have to do things.
Whoever goes with Ide is going to be seen. There is no
Where is
stopping
this?
with Ide. I've pretty much found that myself in the sewers at one time when we were tracking rats.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
You were stalking
Alright.
me? Oh, no.
Other
wait,
rats.
Other rats, yes.
And we didn't
if
even
you're
know they were
certain you
rats
wish
at the
to go
time.
alone, I go ahead. But Be careful.
I'm always careful. You don't believe me, do you?
It's not as hard to believe as you think when you consider your actions. As long as, I mean, the only time I've seen you do anything genuinely careless was involving Iverwardians, which this might technically involve. So I'm a little worried.
No, don't worry.
Didn't
Don't you worry. I won't kill any Iverwardians unless they try to kill me first.
Didn't he set open fire in Gala House a few hours ago?
That's what I was talking about specifically.
I will do it again. Without question.
You will torch Marin half embassy as long as I'm in it.
You got that right.
Please don't, I.
Lady, we know this is diplomatic service, huh?
Yes. Just consider Ides actions a form of aggressive negotiations. Leona is going to cast Bark Skin on Ide before he goes, just in case.
Why? Why must you do this? I was
Just
doing
in
fine.
case.
In case I will kill somebody.
In
Hide
case someone tries to kill
Complaining
you,
about
I.
more armor class?
You have been successfully treed.
You don't turn
No.
into a tree.
A burning
just
tree.
like his skin shimmers for a moment, and that's it.
Burning Man. Burning Man. I'm a Burning Man.
So he's now part tree for an hour.
He is not part tree for an hour. There is.
I love
it's
this.
just. For God's sake.
He
Fine,
is
then don't cast a goddamn spell.
he is
The
now
idea
an
was
imp.
it does not turn him into a tree for the love of God.
It does not turn him into a tree. It's a joke.
He is now a tree on fire.
Anyway,
Okay, well.
Tree powers activate.
Forget.
that should.
They're fucking fine.
I mean, you were gonna do that anyway, so.
He specifically said you
were disguising drinking, so I figured, disguise self, so defensive buff.
I have so much magic on me, they're going to be really alert if they look at magic.
I mean, you're all aware. You have multiple magical items on your person, and you're familiar, and lots of other things. A couple more spells.
Alchemical things are not magical.
They show up on Detect Magic,
That's rude. That's rude of Detect Magic. You should be more nice to me. Because those times.
That would be nice, but if you're going to glow like magic, you might as well have some protective spells.
Magic does not discriminate. Read magic
Anyway,
does not discriminate.
Leona will wish
I'd well on this little journey and head back to talk to see about
Luckily, that's a plus 10. Fucking lucky.
and head back to the see about potential shipping arrangements to the Elemental Islands.
We're gonna ship Petrov somewhere.
Well,
like he's a
not
fucking
per
couch.
Well, not like old freighter. I'm talking more like passenger vessel.
Don't we know a Kitsune captain?
Yeah.
Smuggling illegal substances or not?
Yeah, the smuggler. He's perfect for the job.
He smuggles. Yeah, he smuggles catnip. What are you talking about?
Do not smuggle catnip to a animal like city islands.
Why the fuck do you think there's a business in smuggling catnip to the fuck lands?
Oh, fucking hell.
Fox in hell.
Fox in hell.
Oh, but that's what Leona gets up to while Ide is running around grabbing the black box.
The trip doesn't take more than a few minutes for Ide. However, Ide, as you return,
Yeah.
I forget it was just you, yeah.
Yeah.
The guards out front have just finished seem to be in the process of arresting somebody.
Against his better judgment, he's gonna look.
I mean, he's gonna have to go past him, at any rate. This individual is wearing a dark gray outfit, and as as the guards begin frisking him, they find a notebook and pen.
Ah. He's taking
And you
notes.
can and you and, and,
That's
you- and,
good.
and you can hear me all, hey, give that back, give that back, give that back. I'm allowed to have that. And the guards sternly look back at him and reply for what business? I'm a journalist. I'm allowed to write stories. Now give me my stuff back.
Hey, I think I recognize this guy. Do I recognize this guy? I feel like I recognize this guy.
You really feel like you should.
Hey,
You might have seen him at a
seriously,
party.
you're following us still?
And the guards freeze for a moment. Ooh, what? This is the follower.
I mean, it might be one of them. I don't know. It's the foxy lady that knows things. I don't pay attention to people. People annoy me.
One of the guards goes back inside the embassy, and as the other guard finishes doing whatever he is doing. Well, if you, well, if you, well, if, well, then you would, then you would know what you would want, what you would want to happen to him. It seems like he's correct. He is in fact a journalist, but that doesn't excuse the fact he's still on very private property.
That's true, but his notes might convey information we might need if he's willing to discuss with us. We can trade off. Who knows what he's written down on that thing?
Inside the embassy, there is a knock on the meeting room door.
Since I'm one of the guards, I guess I'll be the one opening it.
Since you're
It's
the
like
guard with the sword.
is Lady Leona Antos Miranda we know around?
Yes, Lady Miranda is present.
We know.
Milady, Milady, you mentioned a certain stalker a while ago. Dark gray clothes, a notebook.
Correct?
We've arrested him outside.
Oh.
And one of your colleagues, or at least his twin brother, is trying to negotiate for his release.
One moment. Right then.
And we're talking about a possible journalist. One of, at least the one I saw, happened to have a notebook.
Norvin, I think you would
He has a
be
script.
best suited.
Yes, he has credit. We found his credentials on him that supports that.
Right
I
then.
would be best suited for what? You never finished your sentence.
I think you would be best suited to accompany me and deal with this.
All right.
Hinako, I trust you to
I'll be
keep
keeping an
things
eye on the
under
rats.
control here. Yeah. And keeping Mr. Petrov safe.
Of course.
I'm just gonna sit down.
Good.
Good.
Why you agree?
Because
Leona
your
will.
deeds are getting well known. They've been.
He's met you.
I've been more surprised that he does not know about the previous situation.
Oh,
Let's just
I
keep
think he
it that
does
way.
at this point.
Which previous situation?
The one at the at the last party we were at.
That one.
Honestly, we haven't been at how many parties have we? quite easy.
Oh, I read about a fundraiser that got disbanded because of a bomb threat, and I also recall you being at the center of it, Lady. We know.
I was involved, unfortunately, yes.
I
Just
wonder.
remaining quiet.
I wonder what this journalist is writing.
That is something we should find out.
Yes. Come, Norvin, let's go. Attend to this.
Let's go.
Outside, you see a disguise. A disguised eye talking with talking with this arrested man plus the guard.
Is this the individual in question?
Yes, yes, Lady Miranda. And well, you can take a look at this person.
Leona.
Leona will do that. Look him over.
He's a relatively young elf guy dressed in mostly dark gray clothes. He has his personal effects laid out on a table next to him, and he does seem just a tiny bit miffed at the situation. We arrested him for trying to trespass onto the embassy's grounds.
I see. Well, let's have a look, shall we?
And Leona will pick up the notepad and flip through it.
More questions raised. Lady Leona, central figure at the Quattraro Hall bombing threat, now collaborating with a top Ivor Ward official? Question mark! Exclamation point! Question mark! Exclamation point!
Really, that's what you got from that?
Yes. Well, how else was I supposed to parse it?
All right, you know what? I'll clear some space in my schedule for an interview with you.
Leona, why are you always nice to everybody you come across? Like dummy nice.
Oh, he's a journalist.
Pretty
He
sure
wants
that's
some news.
gold.
No, it.
Leona's alignment is neutral good, and she has low wisdom.
Which means everybody deserves a hug.
maybe not a hug, but
But Leona does try to be nice.
Yeah,
Even
that,
if it's dumb.
that everyone deserves a hug was done before, and that was done by me in another game.
Oh, I have above average wisdom. I know better.
Ha!
yes,
Do you?
Seven knows better than Leona.
But she knows better by Shotikawan standards, not by.
Yes, Uplander standards, which is why Leona's attempts to teach Seven etiquette have been successful. Alright.
Also, a question:
Simmons
how
not
much
dumb.
my
Simmons just
wisdom
adventurous.
differentiates between
I'll
from the
let you
others?
off with a warning now, but don't trespass on an embassy. It's not a good idea. It's an international incident.
Oh, it's an
You
international.
realize this.
Oh, it's an international incident. It's very much an international incident.
All right.
We're gonna see some bad news later.
All right, we're going to hold you for now until for the night, we'll say, and tomorrow I'll give you that interview and we can smooth things out.
Fine. He 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 very quietly seethes.
What?
See,
Did my thing
with a
just cut?
sigh, Leona will nod to the guards and have them deal with this fellow for now and return to the meeting room.
The journalist is escorted inside by the guards.
Leona will return to the meeting room. I'm sorry, it was just some journalist who was a little overzealous in reporting nonsense.
Did you ask him from which news group they come from?
No, I just told him I'd give him an interview tomorrow
Ah,
and,
okay.
and have the guards lock him up for the night.
Well, if it's not from the group that we talked about with, I guess it's good.
Even if it is, he still trespassed on the embassy. Locking him up for a day is him getting off easy.
Okay.
What was he writing about?
Some nonsense about me collaborating with you or something.
I mean, you are.
I mean, if anything, you're collaborating with me.
And hence you're collaborating with me. If A equals B, then B equals A.
Technically,
So he's not wrong.
not entirely. That's why I wanted to set him straight on what's actually happening.
You shot him?
Well, no. Not Iverward style.
What? No, he's a skater. He's a Skadorian reporter.
So therefore not Iverward style fixing up situation.
Yes, I'm going to be honest with him.
I was not responding to you.
They're just. You have strange diplomatic standards.
Have you
I
seen
am
her?
attempting. I am
Mr.
attempting
Petrov,
to treat teacher etiquette.
have you seen this woman do anything that you would consider potentially knowing what she's doing?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Fireman has a point.
I see you call me a fireman, you disgusting pig. Anyway,
I
Nope,
assume
so-
that noise is I waking from a flash.
Something like that.
It sounds genuinely like it.
Does anybody? I have a few things that need to happen on the morrow. Does anybody have anything that they would be up to for the remainder of the night as Leona finishes formalizing the process of Petrov's, let's say, witness protection?
Thibin's gonna definitely return back to the hotel, get out of the stress, and make sure that Jeremy is okay.
He's probably fine, mostly because I don't remember what exactly happened with him.
He was processing all of those magic scrolls, which
Then in that case, he is out like a light.
yeah,
He is dead. Not literally dead, but
I understand. Not literally dead,
No,
but
he's dead.
he may as well be dead at this point.
You need a new familiar.
Yeah, for at least a while longer. More than likely, a few more hours in the morning, then he should be good.
I just get this tumor familiar back because he's been kind of lingering it with Leona this whole time.
oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, but my familiar had been with Leona since I let it just be with her.
Leona, you feel something slither down your back.
Ah,
Right.
that's right.
Which is why I wonder why you guys didn't know I knew what was going on beforehand.
I honestly forgot it was here. It's very subtle. I'll give you credit.
It's like I did know what you guys were doing this whole time. I just kind of been lazy. Well, with your guys' thing, I've been doing a lot of work for my thing. He says, "Eye twitching."
No, I understand. You have your things to worry about, and honestly, you showing up when you did was, I'm not going to say very helpful, but certainly eventful.
Yeah, I mean, I could have just not used burning hands, but I knew what was going on, so I kind of wanted to burn his face.
I mean, he got shot a few seconds later, so it's not like it mattered.
I'm just really wishing you didn't save someone. Walks away.
I wanted to question him.
There's ways to question the dead.
Oh, we also should probably tell the authorities about the situation that happened, so that way they
Yes,
are.
I'm filing a police report to the Sador constable, Larry.
Right, Thibin's going to say that she's going to be heading into the hotel at this point.
I'm gonna see
Right.
if Bruno made holes in my building. I still have a building.
I have a few bits of paperwork to finish up here at the embassy, but then I'll be joining you at the hotel.
Finally, to get out of the stress.
You could have gotten out of there a long time ago.
Been stuck in this thing for since Scala.
Yeah.
Did you never
Suppose
teach her how to get out of it?
I suppose my tailors don't really have much experience with Shirtikuan anatomy. Sorry if it's been uncomfortable for you, Simon.
Walking up straight entire time is painful.
It did look good.
It do look good.
It do look good. Anyway, with that, Leona will get to the paperwork.
Wait, I haven't just realized something. My speech impediment has been weakening!
Oh no.
Is that a bad thing?
Speaking less like Shatikawan.
Yeah, that's called an accent, Siddon.
So not speech impediment. No, yes.
It's just a habit from hanging around us, well, surface dwellers, I guess would be the term. If you were to hang around a bunch of Shurtikuan again, you would no doubt pick up on their speech patterns and start talking like them too.
Leona, you should practice talking like a particular one. You might need it for a disguise in the future.
Let's see, I see.
I'm fairly confident I can fake it if I need to.
Why don't you have to be the judge of that?
So
Do
far,
you have
it
the
hasn't.
bluff skill?
Leona does, in fact, have the bluff skill.
She's just a very, very tall ratty.
Maybe
if I crouch and hunch over a bit.
Be a hunchback.
You are missing details.
I'm not disguising as a Shurtikuan right now, Steven. I've got work to do.
You acquire red beady eyes.
I'm aware.
And fur.
Do all you rats have red eyes?
Lots of fur. Also, you are not flat.
And
I
that's
am
the
aware,
biggest
Steven.
problem.
And giveaway.
Steven, I'm not disguised as a Shurtikuan right now.
Oh. Right, yes. I haven't seen.
Why would you think she was?
Because Fibbin.
Because Steven, but really, that just good. Because Steven.
No. I know what happened. Pippin blinked.
Every time David blinks, bad things happen.
Anyways, like I said, Leona is doing paperwork, and she will. And once that's done, she'll return to the hotel, filing the police report, filing the paperwork for the witness protection stuff for Petrov, trying to get in touch with our wonderful Kitsune captain, who can probably take Petrov to the islands. And yeah.
Is that captain going to be connected to my mother somehow?
I don't know.
Don't answer for me.
Love how Gold answered your questions generally.
I said I don't know.
No, it sounded like you You don't.
I heard I don't know.
Okay. I just heard no.
Me too. That's why I was like, what?
Well, remind me where Norvin likes to retire.
Where I retire?
Where you retire?
A different room from Leona.
No.
I don't think we have like a floor plan of the building or whatever for which rooms, and it hasn't come up before.
Because it's really not relevant. However, as you re-enter the hotel, the night manager has pulls you aside. Excuse me, sir. Are you the current resident of room 721?
Assuming that's my room, I'll say yes.
A courier left this note with us, and he pulls out a small envelope addressed to you. on the back side, should you decide to flip it over, you see a wax seal emblazoned with the symbol of your paladin's order. As you never actually described the seal to me, it's it's a gun.
The Order of Bang.
Everyone is dropping out.
Oh no. I'm still here.
Bang, bang into the room.
I see a wax seal emblazoned with the symbol of your order. Is what Red said.
Gun.
No, he sees a wax seal emblazoned with a Wi-Fi sign with no bars.
Oh, no.
I think I'm back.
He's
Hooray!
back.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
You see a wax seal emblazoned with the symbol of your paladin's order, which, as you described, is a 0-bar Wi-Fi signal.
I'll wait until we get into our rooms and whatever to open it.
What, you're not gonna open it in front of the clerk?
The clerk.
Thank you for.
The clerk just appears over your shoulder, just like.
Thank you for letting me know.
The night manager bows and returns to his duties. You now have a letter.
One fear.
On a side note, what happened while I was away a few moments ago? Because I need to know what happened to Petrov, since that was my current job.
Petrov is still alive. Don't worry.
He's at the embassy.
And he's staying at the embassy, then I will probably also be staying at the embassy. Unless he declares that my job is done.
Wow, she's staying, helping Petrov more than she helps Leona sometimes.
I know, it's annoying.
I help all kinds of people. The previous time I helped someone, it was for the racetrack and not for Petrov in particular.
Petrov will give you a tidy sum of 25 gold pieces for your services, and you are formally dismissed. If you would like to go back to your room, you certainly may. If you want to hang out with him some more, feel free.
I take it there's plenty of guarding here in the embassy.
Yeah, there's good security forces and such.
Nevertheless, I do feel it necessary to stay near the embassy if certain people might want to try something at later nights. You know.
Certain people.
I'm fairly certain Ide isn't going to attempt an assassination of Petrov.
I never mentioned Ide in this situation.
You guys really don't trust I?
I don't trust Ide. I don't trust anyone.
You don't trust yourself.
No, I do not.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
Ah, yes, I know this.
There's a. I totally imagine Hinako just in like a CIA interrogation room, just going back and forth between the chair and standing up on the other side of the table.
I think the only thing she trusts is her pet fox.
No, I'm also suspicious of that one.
Okay.
I mean, it crawled out of my bag out of nowhere. I didn't even know I had it in my bag.
Yeah, but
It
you're
just
like, oh, I'm
showed
gonna
up.
listen to what you say, man. You're telling me some information.
She's very bad at the whole not trusting thing.
Lesson 1: trust no one.
Trust the thing that comes out of my back, but then not trust it at the same time.
Rule number 1: never trust anybody.
Rule number 2: definitely don't trust Thibbin.
Especially don't trust Vivian.
And rule number 3: if there's an Iverwardian nearby,
We have suspicious and paranoid. Oh.
What now?
Yeah.
Son, run, never trust anybody.
Yeah, but
Well,
one person is suspicious and one person's paranoid.
The wall of ears.
Oh, jeez.
Ember, you're not paranoid if they are out to get you.
True. Very true.
Okay.
So what does Ide get up to?
Hamsters.
Is probably the only question we haven't really.
I'm more interested in what Norman gets up to because I gave him a letter and he has it.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting
And
for that.
not.
Norman, you have a letter. Yay!
I'm
Are
opening
you
it
going
when
to
I
read
get
it?
to my room. Yeah.
In other words, he doesn't want anyone else to hear about it, so you're gonna have to write it all down in a
I don't know
DM.
what it is yet.
Stares at letter. What is this?
There.
Wizards in your order learned explosive runes.
Oh fuck.
The wizards of your order have learned explosive runes. Oh fuck.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, the VFD shows up. Okay, but seriously, this comes from
Oh, I know this group.
I had to catch myself because I want to make sure I use the right terminology. What are some good Palinistic order ranks, and where would Norvin be? Because the chain of authority.
Not super high.
Let me recall my Warhammer 40k Space Marine ranks. For the Grey Knights.
Those are just military ranks, you tit.
No, I was talking about. I'm thinking more like the Grey Knights. I guess a member of an order would be a brother or an initiate. A junior member might be an initiate. A senior member might be like a watchmaster, and above them a grandmaster, with the leader of the order being the supreme grandmaster.
Leona dumps all his information, and then just tap dances out of the Norvin's room.
And then just leaves.
Yes.
Just so you know, Norman, this is how your order works entirely. In case you weren't aware.
Hits you with a wall of lore.
The wall behind Norvin's
Yeah.
room just starts having blood covered with it, telling him how his order works.
As you know.
As you know.
Let's see here. Brother Norbert, scratch. Norvin. You can't.
They didn't like proofread it and then do another letter with all of the. It's just all the corrections on there as well.
We hope. We hope that your expedition with the princess of Marin Half and the Neil has one of those little loop corrections with an F. Has been a fruititious scratch fruitful one.
It is not.
So is the lore that paladins can't spell?
No, Norman probably knows they got like an initiate to write this, and it's been and it seems like from the penciling that they had to get it out in a bit of a hurry.
Oh.
An unfortunate case, really.
As we understand, and the is in there, by the way.
As you understand,
Some initiate was like dictating this from like whoever wrote this.
perhaps it was dictated.
The Showcase of Nations is on its way to the Underdark Emirate very soon. If you are still accompanying Lady Leona Antos Miranda, we know at that time.
Can we please stop making that joke? It's gotten very old.
No.
No.
You're close. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
we know.
God damn it.
Cursed forever.
We have an assignment there that we would like for you to take care of.
It doesn't say what it is, just that there is one.
As you may be aware, the Underdark Emirates is a hub for a very large number of underground deals, both literally and figuratively. While the city itself is a hypnotizing, bustling metropolis of all sorts of wonders and fine goods. It is also the hub of very much a black market deal, up to and including drugs, weapons, and all other manner of things that we dare not dictate within this letter. Upon your arrival, you will insist you check in at the Black Widow Hotel. As we understand this will be the team housing for the Marin Half team during their stay for the duration of the Grand Prix. Please check into room 1331 at your earliest convenience, and we will provide you details of your assignment there. Please shoot this note after reading. Thank you for your continued service. Sincerely, Templar. Crap.
That's his name. Templar Crap.
Black
No,
Widow
I need
Hotel,
no.
1331. Got it.
Templar Livonius.
Livonius.
I will remember to do those things. I probably won't remember out of character, but
You can. I love the fact that you
Darwin
can
will
be
remember to do those things.
I love that you can be a doctor of divinity.
Doctor.
Ja. Help me!
I have taken these notes as well. Wild, fear not. I do have you covered.
Fantastic. I've taken the notes, and I will somehow forget anyway.
Also, you're forgetting to do something.
I assume not actually shoot the note. Like set it on fire or whatever.
It's not the same.
Shooting the note is loud. It'd be rude.
Unless you have the right gun.
Well, make it quiet.
You don't have to use a gun. Maybe they want you to use a bow and arrow.
Yeah, just quietly
shoot it with a bow and arrow or a crossbow.
Yeah, just do a very quiet pew pew.
Shooting the note wouldn't even destroy it. It just puts a hole in it.
And that's all I
If
need.
you light an arrow on fire and it sends the note, it's going to go away.
Yeah, it's that's the only thing it needs. It just needs a quiet pew pew.
It does not need destruction. Just a minor hole.
Destruction, death,
Yeah,
lasagna.
what if they put an explosive rune on all of the notes, so every time you shoot it, it goes away?
That's not how explosive runes work.
It can if you wish.
Wow, that is incredibly racist. You're suggesting the bullet can't read.
Fuck.
Are you telling me that the bullet will not read it? How scandalous!
I don't think the bullet has eyes.
That's what you know.
Perhaps it's written in Braille.
The explosive rune is written in Braille.
Explosive runes in Braille?
Why not?
Would that work?
I don't see. I mean, it would. I don't see why not.
So like the blind enemy comes by and then he's like, "Oh shit, what is this? Oh what? Oh god."
I don't think that would work.
I think at that point you're better off
Because you need to use your eyes to see the runes, which trigger it.
I think at that point you're better off just making a spell that detonates on contact.
In fact, you need
Probably.
to try and read it, which is why the classic trick is to have barbarians with like explosive runes written under their hoods or something.
By the way, I totally imagine Leon.
No, it specifically says explosive runes detonate when read. It doesn't specify you have to see them.
By the way, this is in character. Leona is taking a shower and is probably going to lose sleep over this. We're inside her head at the moment.
Yeah. Can you explosive
Does Fiona
runes
know what an explosive runes is?
She has a brother who's a wizard. He's probably pranked her with like the spell version of explosive runes that casts a spell on you when you try and read a thing.
Why not a subtle ward of glyphing?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, I
Ward of glyphing.
I couldn't remember the proper term for it.
Something like that. Either way, she's familiar with the concept behind the spell. Now she's now she's lying in bed staring at the ceiling, wondering if you can write explosive runes in Braille.
What is?
God damn it, the curse of Riley.
Let's teach the robot how to read Braille.
Anyway, what does Ide get up to now that Norvin's read his thing and Leona's staring at the ceiling?
Goes outside, smokes a cigarette, walks to his shop, sees if the dinguses are still there. You guys still here?
At this point, I think Leona probably wouldn't have gone to bed. At the hotel? Yeah, Leona will respond.
Yes, what is it?
I believe I just said a restaurant and.
I wasn't meaning hotel. I was meaning Tata's.
Oh, Leona would not be there then.
I wouldn't either.
And the dinguses I was referring to was a robot, a tiny elf boy, and a big muscle-bound, crazy chef guy.
Oh, those dinguses.
Sorry, I need to be more correct. The Tata dinguses.
The Lord of Tatas.
Shoot me, I believe I would be the
Red, he's
Lord of
asking if
Tatas.
Fettuccine and Bruno and the robot are still there.
Well, the robot doesn't have anywhere to go. Bruno has stuff to do, and Fettuccine, unless he has turned the refrigerator into his apartment, is probably gone to bed somewhere as well.
I can see that happening.
I can see him living in the refrigerator, yeah. First thing I does when he gets there is open the fridge.
Just in case.
Fettuccine has finally come out of the fridge. But yeah, no, it's just you and the robot.
Ike goes into his alchemist room, to his lab, and he starts working.
The alchemist room.
Yeah, he calls it the alchemist room. He doesn't call it a lab. He calls it the alchemist room. There's plants in there that he's growing. There's a garden in there. Sort of. Sort of.
Why are you saying it twice?
Don't worry about it.
I remember something about I plucking the last plant of its kind.
Yeah, let's not all remember that. Only one of you needs to remember that. Good on you.
No, I remember that.
God damn it. Can you grow more?
Oh yeah, I think you found like the magic alchemical fertilizer to help with that.
I did a lot of weird things, man. Listen. I is a good boy. After
Most
checking
of
on
the
the
time.
plants and making sure none of his formulae are in a situation where they can go out of control while he sleeps, he goes into his wooden bed and goes to bed.
Bam. Wait, wooden bed? You say? Please, how dry is the wood?
What are you insinuating? That you wouldn't have wood that's more fire resistant?
I'm not saying it would happen. I'm just, but I am saying maybe precautions.
Wood.
I mean, you can't have a metal bed. That'll do basically the same thing, but worse. Kind of limited there.
Have a water bed.
Drowning is a thing, yeah.
Bed of water.
Also, evaporation is a thing.
Fair enough.
So no matter what he picks, he's gonna have to deal with something. If he was to have a problem with his fire going everywhere, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I think it's not like while he sleeps, his fire kind of like dims.
I mean, if that's the case, every hotel you guys have ever gone to would be up in flames every time he woke up.
Yeah, that's true.
That's only when he tries to cook.
Pretty much happened anyway, because you are trying to cook things.
Yes, a sandwich.
He burns cereal.
How the fuck do you burn cereal?
And now,
Fire.
and now Thibbin's losing
Great
sleep.
care.
The last thing I want to mention is that Petrov would have probably unlocked the black box for Leona at some point. You don't have to analyze the contents now, of course, but that is on my to-do list if it's something you still want to ask after.
Yeah, it is something we would ask about.
Then on that note, the next day comes, and
Hmm.
Don't
And as
mention
far
dreams.
as far as you guys are aware, it's a fairly uneventful morning so far.
Well, that's fortunate.
The DM hedging with as far as you're aware.
As far as you're aware.
Oh, it's as far as Leona's aware. She's not going to worry about what might not be. She completely forgot about what was keeping her up last night.
First thing Hinako does is do what's it called? Patrol.
Hinako, you wake up and you do your rounds, and it's still inside the embassy, right?
Yep.
Everything seems to be in order, and you are relieved that the guards seem to be actually somewhat competent.
Good. Been a while since I've had some
Competence?
competence.
In my guards?
Competence
you.
in Leona's guards. Well, not specifically Leona's, but Miranda.
Everything seems to be in order. No traps, no cleverly disguised bombs. The water does not seem to be poisoned. It is at perfect 7.0 acidity. The lighting seems to be sabotaged. The chandelier seems perfectly fixed in place.
There aren't any rats.
That's what's happening.
You say that, but give it a couple hours.
That's why it seems so peaceful.
Hinako just whistles, walks over to the door, locks it, and walks away.
And of course, Hinako has to remember she could be also the danger. She has to watch herself.
Yeah, trust nobody, not even yourself.
Ibn, you are feeling unusually optimistic this morning.
Oh god, no.
Ah,
One fear.
Jeremy! You're awake.
You see, you yell Jeremy, and a centipede just flies out of the bag.
Oh, shit. Oh, no spells. Just going through them. It's like,
Wait,
yes.
wait a minute. You're in the hotel. Leona, where is your room relative to Devin?
Relatively close. Close
Next door,
enough to
perfect.
hear it.
Next door, perfect. Jeremy!
Yeah! Leona, there is a loud crash as Leona falls out of her bed.
I wonder what that was. In the case, Jeremy, you awake live. More spell, good. And, this one would be good too, yes. More for the collection. Probably should not use this one in public.
I shall return momentarily.
Alright. Sib, and you hear a while later, you hear a tired knocking at your door.
The feds are here.
Tired knocking? How do you
It's
knock
kinda
tired?
like a knock, 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 knock. Like the knocks get progressively like weaker and quieter.
Must have been the wind.
You're not there. You don't get to say. Does Simon answer her door?
Thibin cautiously goes over to the door.
Yeah.
Wait. Did I put on clothes? I don't remember. In any case,
Assume
Does
the
your
answer
chicken
is
one
yes,
not have
please.
pajamas?
technically they make nestlet holes, so I don't know.
At least she can have like a bathrobe or something.
More than
An
likely, more than likely, she just has a blanket covering herself.
Okay, that seems about right.
There's also the fact that she was struggling out of that damn dress. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see Fibbin as a blanket. Goblin.
Game of Goblin.
Yeah.
Blanket goblin.
A somewhat tired-looking Leona in a bathrobe. Evan, what was that yelling about?
Jeremy has returned to us.
Oh, did he go somewhere?
No, he was processing scrolls.
Right then. Everything's fine here then, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just heard shouting and I woke up and whatever. Have a nice morning.
If it's
Yes.
a rat
Leona,
shouting, I don't even bother looking.
Leona goes to go get some coffee.
Coffee. Oh, wait, let me get something on first.
I gotta get you there.
I just goes back into bed, rummages through, comes out of the blankets, fully in her normal clothing.
The normal rags.
It's good to be back in style. And with hat. Where is it?
They could just
Goes and grabs her quarterstaff. Walking stick.
Anyway.
Also, I even have new acquirement of spells.
Oh?
Many fears.
They
What,
shall help us in the future.
Would you care to tell me what your new spells are, or?
Let's see. Tongues.
Tongues.
Speak many languages.
Oh, that sounds quite useful, actually.
Yes. Another one, unseen servant.
Oh, I know that one.
Yes. And then one I found particularly helpful, bouncy party.
What?
In case of situation, if flying magic fails, I can bounce instead of dying.
All right. unusual. I'm not sure why you wouldn't just use Featherfall, but
In
that
situations
works.
that may require it. That, and also I could put on someone else.
I guess so.
Also, it's a lot less fun.
Yes. What else? There is Hexglyph, Waves of Blood, Vocal Alteration.
So, what was that last one? The one before the vocal alteration? Again?
Hexglyph.
No, the one after that.
Waves of Blood.
Yes, that. I have questions. What?
Do not worry.
I am worried.
Well, it's simple. It makes waves of blood.
Why is that a spell?
Because if someone were to normally make waves of blood without spell, they die. Lack of blood. Simple enough.
Ugh.
But with spell, you can make waves of blood.
Why would you need to make waves of blood?
Because it's slippery.
Ah. Sure. Whatever, then.
Also, carry companion. I have weak muscles, therefore that is very helpful for me. Aye, Thippin.
Okay.
And this one. Anonymous interaction.
What does that do?
It's like sending someone a piece of mail, except they don't know who it's from.
Oh. Okay.
Is there anything else? Oh, that's about it.
Alright. Those all seem like varyingly useful spells. Some of them disturbing.
Varyingly useful.
Varyingly useful.
Well, in situation, if you were to fall out of the building, I can give you a bounty body. You will live.
Alright, I'll give you that. That seems reasonably useful.
I don't know if
Or
it stops
what
you from
was
bouncing.
posted on the Discord. That is certainly a use for it.
That certainly is a use for it.
Also, don't use bouncy body when you fall out of a building because that's not how elastic momentum works.
But it's just how magic works.
No, you do bounce back up with spell.
So
You
what
bounce
problems
back
are
down.
so what problems are you really solving here? You'll need them to catch you.
You don't bounce all the way back up. You still lose energy because that's how bouncing works.
Treat falls is 20 feet shorter for the person performing damage. Acrobatics check DC the distance fallen. So, like 20.
I think Vivian just picked it because it's funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Vocal alteration.
I'm guessing that makes you sound different?
Yes. It's
Seems
a
useful.
lot less intrusive than claim identities.
Right. The steal your face spell.
Yes. We'd still like to test that out at some point to make sure that it actually works.
Right, at some point.
Hey, maybe we should switch positions for a day.
No.
But you get to experience shortness. No, wait, never mind. It doesn't work that way.
To experience shortness.
You get to experience shortness.
I'll look into some manner of polymorph spells at a later date.
Hmm. So, what now?
Now I get some coffee, then head down to the embassy and see how the situation is progressing with Mr. Petrov. Probably check up on I. After that,
Coffee.
and see how the business involving the showcase is progressing.
Hmm.
The showcase is a fairly modular sort of deal. They might already be on the way towards towards the Emirates as you speak.
All right then. So we're probably going to be shipping out as soon as Mr. Petrov is safely on his way to the Elemental Islands.
That is correct.
All right. With that in mind, Leona will grab some coffee, get dressed, and head down to the embassy.
That would be good, good. Yes, I am just about ready for anything, honestly. I have all my stuff.
All right. I'll need a few minutes to grab my to get dressed, and then I'll meet you down in the lobby.
Yes.
Norvin, you are automatically awakened by the sense of Leona being left alone with Thibin.
Oh fuck.
Just like it wakes up in a cold sweat. Oh fuck!
I probably woke up when there was shouting. I just didn't bother looking because it's Thibin who was shouting.
And if something is making Finn shout, well, maybe it'll kill her, and you won't have to waste a bullet.
That one guy at the diner. He didn't pay his check.
There we go.
I'm ready by the time they're leaving.
All right, Leona's back in her normal dress, and that's to Norvin. That's to Norvin. We're going to be stopping by the embassy and making sure the arrangements for Mr. Petrov's uh, exfiltration to the Elemental Isles is underway.
Exfiltration.
Exfiltration, I guess, because we do want him to be like somewhat incognito and unknown in the
What?
island. So
I Thibin do have proposition how to make that more possible.
what might that be?
I could take his identity for a moment.
I thought first off that doesn't last long enough.
It does not last for a long time, but at least when he goes on boat, people would not recognize him up until point, besides individuals that we will state to that this is him. Hmm?
We have a smuggler who's going to be moving Petrov.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
think
yes, but
there's any.
it's extra precaution. Think of it. If I look like
I
him,
think you're just looking for an excuse to steal somebody's face.
I just want to test that spell so fucking badly.
Oh.
There's also fact that if doing so would mean that, one, if they don't recognize who it is, but they think it's I, Thibin, less chance of him getting found out. Hmm?
If he wants to, if you convince him that letting you steal his face is a good idea, then fine.
You are in a public space, right?
I presume we're I presume we're quietly talking as we walk to the
Pippin was
Now let's say we're
not
going to the
being
front
quiet.
door.
Leona,
eventually.
Leona,
Fibbin, right?
Thibbins,
Not quiet.
Thibbins volume control has only two settings: 0 and 10.
It's
not
actually a switch.
it's not a dial.
You haven't gotten to that part yet.
Well, now I'm going to say it's probably a bad idea because you just shouted to every Iverwardian person who might be spying on us of what you want to do.
Do they even know what I'm talking about? Do they?
Maybe, I don't know.
Look, how about you dress up as him as well? Just confuse him even further.
Debonair, we're not using the face stealing spell.
I didn't say it this time. I said you dress up as him. Besides, you don't even have that spell. You don't, do you?
I do not have the face stealing spell, Fibbin. Anyway, we arrive at the embassy a little while later. Leona very adamant that we are not going to use the face stealing spell on Petrov.
If for no other reason than that sounds just a tiny bit graphic.
Yeah.
Mr. Petrov!
Well, that's regrettable.
What?
Hinako is probably not going to say much without being bombarded by noise.
Oh no.
A very loud pupper.
Pupperune.
Poor Pooch.
Wolfenschnaufer.
Was that going to be for like the rest of the session or something, or?
Never mind, he's being more quiet than I expected.
Oh,
good dog.
Never mind. How lovely.
He did piss
They are
off
being
my
a good dog.
mother's pants, though.
Oh. That's regrettable.
Yeah. Right then, back on topic. Leona is going to check up on the arrangements that are being made for the safe exfiltration of Mr. Petrov to the Elemental Isles, where he can will remain in some contact with him to some degree, but mostly he'll be free to live his life among the Foxies.
Honestly, it seems like a pretty okay deal.
Alright.
If need be, I could write a letter to either my mentor or my mother. Big sis Yuki or my mother.
That's correct.
Oh Jesus Christ! What a text.
Text.
Whenever it is that I wakes up from a slumber, he begins by first getting up in bed and cracking his back, looking at the formula he had placed upon his bench, and begins to work on his daily mutagen and bond tinctures. He places his goggles on his eyes, and some spontaneous combustion is to be expected. He makes sure that he is careful with any poisonous plants, vines, herbs, as as he has prepared for different things. He takes notes on the current status of any effects that may cause when prepared in different ways. Once his stock is in good form, he heads up to the clean the tables and array the tables for the guests, prepping candles to be lit once business begins, and checking the freezer stock. A few expenses should be made for the items his chief may need for his own creations. He feels he needs to reinforce the walls from Bruno, but he doesn't know what he can use to protect his walls from a tank. He then proceeds to
Nothing.
he then proceeds to grate the usual shopkeepers needed for his business there. He hears shouting from someone who knows and unconsciously gets a cigarette out and lights it. Well, where's my chief? The robot can't open the shop by himself.
Ah, yes, fettuccine.
It automatically gave me chief. Don't judge me.
Yep. No, it's fine. It understandable.
Judge.
I do not judge.
Judge the judging.
Who is the judge?
I mean, you guys were
The
doing a lot
judge?
of things on the side ground, so I felt like I needed to write something.
Yeah. Anyway, does Mr. Petrov require anything from Leona, or is he pretty much good? Like, has the staff been taking care of him and stuff at the embassy?
I would say I would say the staff have put him in good hands.
Right. I guess now Leona has to quickly deal with that certain reporter and give him. She'll quickly sit down with him to explain the events of last night, basically. Not telling what's happening with Mr. Petrov per se, but explaining that he's fallen out of favor with Iverward, and Marinhoff is taking him under protection and will be ensuring his safety. Do they have any questions in particular to ask her?
He will keep your contact information somewhere convenient.
Yeah.
If you need to talk to her again, just break into another place.
She will advise against break-ins and give her give him the contact information for her, so he doesn't have to risk being arrested for diplomatic incidents.
He will very graciously accept your contact information, Leona.
Like the official diplomatic channel contact information, not her personal information. Like, this is the stuff she gives out. This is the stuff she gives out to, like, oh, you need to contact me about yada yada yada.
Personal phone number.
Yeah, she's giving him her business number effectively.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that said and done, Leona's gonna head down to Tata's after putting on her costume, shall we say?
Why are we going back to Tatas? I thought Tatas was a one-time thing.
I assume I think we're. It wasn't a one-time thing.
At any rate, we're gonna be having to leave soon, so.
Yeah. No, she's going to.
Leona's headed over to break the news.
Yeah, she probably. Yeah. She'll probably not change, but bring her costume in case Id wants to run one more shift, as it were, in Skador.
So does she arrive before or after Fettuccine shows up?
The restaurant's open.
All right. Leona heads in, looks for Ide.
Hinako, real fast. Are you following Leona, or are you interested in still keeping an eye on Petrov while he finishes his preparations, or?
I think I'll be checking around Petrov until he gets on the ship.
She is
Uh,
real destined to just shoulder Petrov, huh?
I take my job serious.
But you've already been paid.
So, my job is to protect.
She wants a good reference.
Oh my god.
Good rep is good rep, man.
She wants to have a good reference for her resume.
well, Leona, as it turns out, Tycho has been meaning to make a stop in Sador sometime today. So, so Petrov will put on his Avengers cap and sunglasses to make sure that he is not recognized by anybody whatsoever.
Yeah, and
he will head down to the docks with his trusty bodyguard. And he will mention Hinako. I did dismiss you last night. You don't have to come with me.
I'd like to make sure my job is done. Is finished properly. No offense to you in particular, but well, I've had some experience with rather, let's say, not well-trained guards and such.
I see. You enjoy being thorough then.
At the very least.
Well, I appreciate your services regardless, even with the knowledge of what the people in my country usually idealize. Let's say.
yeah.
Also, I'd like to get a message to my mother. Anyway, so might as well tag along.
Do you stay in touch with your family often?
Not particularly, since well, getting messages across isn't really a easy thing. But since I know this boat's going there anyway, I might as well send this message along. Should be able to find her decently enough. Or at the very least, I can send it to my big sis. Okay.
I suppose so. Despite I can I could appreciate the thought like that. Even though a lot of people in Ward are rather expendable, at least according to the premier. We do take our jobs rather seriously. Many of us don't really have a ton of flexibility. Usually we work a position or a field, and we don't really motor around. And we continue working like that until 50 years, until it's time to retire or retire, whichever comes first. As a result, we tend to we try to keep an eye on each other because, well, those are those are ultimately the people we'll be spending the majority of our lives with. So
Indeed.
what?
I can understand that mentality. Sort of.
Just do me a favor and think about who's important to you, and do it and do everything you can to continue protecting them. We'll do a good job at it.
That's certainly what I intend to do.
Good. Probably didn't need me to tell you that then. And he stands up and grabs a duffel bag as Tycho's Tycho barge comes in, and he says, "Casino services have been stellar, lacking a better word."
Indeed. Very well in your new life, let's say.
What did you say your mother's name was again? Yuki or something like that?
No, that's my my mentor, so to say. It's
Mentor. Sorry, the sort of hearing. I'll let in the event I see her, I'll let her know you're doing well.
well, I don't think I'll be meeting her that easily. She has a rather high position in the military, so
Well, you never know. Everybody needs a little bit of downtime. Can't take everything constantly seriously.
true, certainly true.
Do,
Same
do,
here.
do take care of yourself, Asinako. And with that, he will board his ship and disappear below the deck.
And I'll give the ferryman a message to my mother and to Yuki. They will probably find each other some way or another.
Tycho, the captain of the ship, will nod. Will nod. Secure those letters, and probably ask if Leona's doing okay.
Yeah, I believe she's doing well enough. I'll be looking after her for the time being, anyway.
Okay, we'll keep an eye. We'll make sure. We'll do. Excellent. We'll continue doing so. I don't know a ton about the Underdark Emirates, but I do know that there's a lot of like creepy crawlies and bad stuff down there, especially along the highways. They're not the most secure things in the world.
Thanks for the advice. I'll keep my eyes peeled down there.
Good to hear. And Tycho will retreat to his ship and begin shipping off crates of definitely not catnip. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah. Salute him, and I expect him to have been paid ahead of time anyway. So, or he's gonna get his payment one way or another.
Leona would have ironed that out.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
on the other side
Now
of town.
Hinago goes towards Tata's, expecting that we're gonna go reconvene there.
Expecting nonsense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what's going on over there?
Nonsense. We just said.
Yeah, nonsense. Oh, Leona shows up and tries to find I.
I is currently out getting supplies.
All right,
the
then she'll wait for him to return. Shouldn't be too much longer.
Business while the restaurant is open is a bit on the slower end, but it's absolutely and as a result it's nothing Fettuccine can't handle. He probably would have been the one to inform you that I was out getting stuff.
Right. Leona is probably gonna start to change. That takes, what is it?
You give him about a half hour or so.
Yeah, I think that's as long as it can take to disguise. So Leona changes, and when she's done,
Thibin, you see Leona excuse herself for the bathroom, and out comes.
Did you forget the name?
you forgot the name, didn't you?
No, because I don't know the particulars of your disguise, so I'm leaving this door open for you.
Oh, okay. Out comes Eiley, dressed in her usual Tata's getup.
Elaborate.
Pictures are made.
Jesus.
There are pictures.
Okay.
Hold on, where are they? I can dig them up if you require visual aid.
I might be able to
But
find it through this large list of stuff.
Anyway, I
Interesting.
eventually get there. Eventually. Hey, you, Fettuccine. Where were you this morning?
Oh, I can't find it. Never mind.
all right, fortunately for you, I have found it.
Ah! You!
Ah. Then it goes again.
Fettuccine appears, I assume?
Asher, he shows up. And he goes, the bed.
Which bed?
Thurman. Jesus Christ. Why are you red?
Makeup.
That's a lot of makeup.
It is.
Evan? Are you hungry?
Yes, actually. I have not had breakfast yet.
And what would you like to eat, Thibin?
Let's see. Sliced bacon.
That's it, just bacon.
I didn't know bacon came in other varieties.
It's thick sliced. Thin sliced. But then there is sliced.
Hey, fettuccine. Bacon.
Yes, sir. Step.
Oh, and here, put this in it. He hands a small pouch for fettuccine.
It's not going to set the kitchen on fire, is it?
Not this time.
Okay.
Alright.
Step, slam.
Just letting you know, boss. The showcase is moving on to the Underdark Emirates. They're probably
Mm.
packing up most of the equipment and getting ready to ship out soon.
Well, I guess we do need to make sure that we get everything prepared for that. Time to go into the wagon version of this. Fettuccine, you getting ready after this? We gotta just feed one customer. You are paying, right, Thibin?
Yes.
Is there anything you want to drink?
Coffee.
We
I'll
don't
grab
have
it for
coffee.
you.
You don't
we
have
don't?
coffee.
We don't have coffee. It's because
We don't have
coffee's kind of expensive.
Okay, then how about one of those things called fruit?
You
Oh,
don't
yeah, we have
drink
plenty of those.
fruit, Fibbin. But
Yes, you can.
make it more.
Fruit juice.
I was about to say.
Mm,
All
yes,
right,
one of
I'll grab.
those.
What kind of fruit would you like, Fibbin?
All right, there's more than one.
Can I recommend some orange juice?
No. I got this. Thibin, can you do another roll nature, please?
Sure.
No, God, no.
Devin knows of the banana and knows that there's technically more than one banana, but doesn't know if there's different types of banana fruit. Oh, apparently she does know.
Evan, in the course of your studies into the wonderful world of fruit, you have had your eye on one delicacy in particular that you personally felt like your life would be sorely incomplete without sampling. Now that you're up here on the surface world, and it is dragon fruit.
Yes. Dragon fruit.
Hey, I'm gonna have to roll something for that. See if he would even think about getting.
Probably not. But if you, what even would the roll be?
Oh,
I don't know.
Also,
What would I
because
roll for that thought process?
also, I did forgot to add on to extra meal. Rye toast with slightly buttered.
We have the rye toast. We have the butter.
Right.
But
And
as
sausage.
for that incredibly exotic fruit.
Let's see here.
Oh,
I'm gonna
hell,
go.
you know more about this dumb game than I do.
I'd go just percentile.
And also sausage gravy.
Yeah, sure.
I was gonna try to see if I could just roll for herbalism, see if he even knew to think to look for it.
Yeah, you know what? Sure.
Sausage gravy and a shroom bowl. That sounds good.
No.
Yes.
No, he didn't think to look for that.
But we don't have dragon fruit, do we, boss?
No, that is an extremely rare delicacy, and I didn't even know it existed. I thought it was.
I thought it was a myth.
Devastation.
Might I
From
recommend
Mexico.
some orange juice, Tibin?
I'll have to orange juice then.
You want
Alright,
dragon
orange
fruit?
juice.
Pippin, you find if you see some dragon fruit out in the wild, I'll make you some dragon fruit juice.
Wild dragon fruit.
I then shall hunt it like wild dogs.
What?
Wild
Oh,
dogs are one of the more horrific animals to encounter in the wilds, for they will bite your testicles off harder.
So you're trying to rip off the testicles of a dragon fruit?
Admittedly, wild dogs have a tendency to go after the weak spots on creatures. Eat them
Well,
alive. They're very
that's
violent.
that's very smart of them, Thibin. Thanks for the And I'm glad we
Thanks
didn't
for
have
the
any
information.
right now.
Kind of
Alright.
similar to that of rat dogs. Now I think of it.
Leona has Sibin's order and is going to Fettuccine to get it filled.
I'm pretty sure the main reason why we're not getting guests is because I have an actual rodent in my restaurant.
Oh, rude!
It is rude.
They
I
are
believe
clean creatures.
I believe that it's fine
Yes,
that you should be
you,
here.
Sibin, you wear rags. I can understand not wanting to wear the fancy dress all the time,
They're
but
clean. They've been
They-
washed them.
I'm aware they're clean, but they look ragged.
They're rags.
Yes.
Look, Thibin, it's fine however you dress. I don't see a problem with it. We may lose customers, but I'm not going to lose a friend over it.
Thank you.
All right.
They've been appreciate. That is the correct word, yes?
Yes.
They've been appreciate that.
And besides, if I'm going to be stuck with you, I might as well get used to you.
I suppose that's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, you did technically use my bomb for the whole situation you're in, so I feel 1% responsible.
1%.
Just one.
Anyway, Leona will, Eileen will wait the tables to, at Tata's for probably the last day. They'll be at the, in Skador.
That clothing is
And,
very suggestive.
Sorry?
I've been looking at etiquette C on the surface a little bit more.
Look,
And looking at some details, it seems that type of clothing is very suggestive. So, I think it should be dressing as this. Anyway. Why are
okay.
you dressed like that?
Anyway, while Thibin is having this conversation, I is just going to use his clothes-changing material to just have a tuxedo.
He has something like that?
Yes, he's had it for a while.
He's had it for a while.
He can change his clothes at any time.
It attracts customers. Think of it as advertising.
Ah.
Think of it as using the name for its purpose.
A thought kind of just occurred to Thibin while in the middle of this too. And looks over at Norvin.
Sigh.
Do you eat?
Just sigh.
What? I didn't even do anything today yet. I was going to ask you if you even eat, but okay, fine.
Speaking of, Norvin, do you have any money to pay for food?
Not from here.
Wow. Fettuccine, he has insulted your food. Are you going to be like Bruno and defend it?
Small elf child flies out the window, drop kicks Norman.
No insult to your cooking.
I'm just trying not to cause trouble.
I mean, you could just have it without my alchemy.
Maybe mild insult to putting alchemy in
You
it.
can't have it without the alchemy substances. We do offer that for people that feel it's unsafe to them. I'm not dumb.
I mean, also, I just ate breakfast.
Remy, stay out of the silver.
Well,
where?
I'm pretty sure we don't have actual silverware, do we, boss?
We have something like silverware.
Sir, there's a centipede currently devouring a spoon.
What's going on?
I
That's
just
hidden
said.
familiar.
Put it away.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, that's a spoon I brought with.
Okay, fine. But if I see another spoon, that's sus.
Yeah, yes, I think I understand, yes. How'd you even get that out of my pocket?
It's a very strong centipede.
It has the will to survive. Noises.
Anyway, Leona
Jeremy the
does
house
her
centipede noises.
anyway, Leona does
Noises.
her waitressing thing, and once the once I
Hinako,
decides enough is enough, she'll help him
Hin-
pack up everything.
Hinako, by the way, you're more than welcome to slip yourself in whenever you need. As for the I'm not going to call it teardown, but it goes relatively smoothly, given everything that I's done to make this a very atypical restaurant.
And now he just has the cart. That is all he needs.
The power of cart.
You might have a little bit more help beyond that. Quite possibly something mechanical, or if a trusty carriage is all that he needs, then
I mean, he has the robot now, so.
yes, of course. Of course, the robot can pull it, and you'll absolutely not think any way whatsoever about how he's being subjugated.
No, he's just gonna give him a different hat.
Yes, the cart hat.
Yeehaw, buddy! Get along, little doggies. Before too long, and after Thevins enjoyed her morning meal, the building Tata has resided over the course of the Sador Grand Prix has mostly been evacuated. Let's say, and the robot seems all too ready to possibly get a move on.
Right. How much was that anyway?
No, you got what again? Exactly. Let's see here. Bacon, toast with butter, and orange juice. 4 silver.
All right. 4 silver.
Thanks. And we're going now.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm not sure why Gold's muted.
Currently being attacked by a dog.
All right then. So I suppose the main question is, how do we get to the underrounds specifically?
That is a very good question. However, Leona, historically, the Sador and the Underrealm and the Underrealm Grand Prix have always been held in relatively close succession with one another, specifically because connecting the two is a oh my connecting because specifically because connecting the two a is a bit of a highway. And the Underrealms do have a rather interesting circuit that they do enjoy using for the Grand Prix, which takes the drivers out of the mountain face and then back down.
So it goes like in and out of the mountain.
That's the idea.
That seems interesting. Seems interesting.
Obviously, it's a night race because you don't want the drivers going around in the underdark, then going out of a tunnel, getting hallelujah for 15 seconds before going back in, and then doing that 61 times.
Yeah, it seems like it might be getting flashbanged repeatedly. Seems like it might not be the safest track.
Throwing flashbang.
I'm sure it would be fine.
Ah.
Oh yes, there
Right then,
is.
so we can actually just take the Robo Wagon to the Underrealms, can't we?
You
Does it-
absolutely can if you felt so inclined.
I will usually use his usual transport because that is what he usually does. Yeah, usually.
Usually.
I
will-
mean, the
I
wagon
will-
has to. No,
I will-
we were taking the wagon anyways. Why not ride the wagon?
Because I refuse to be conventional in any way, form, or fashion.
Trains? No trains?
We could probably load the wagon on a train.
Trains are fun. They're like surface substations.
Is there a train that would take us to the Underrealms? Or would it be like just a highway you would go on?
Most people would use the highway. That said, I would wonder if the Emirates were the only people that. I'm wondering if the Circuituans were the only people that would come up with the concept of tube stations.
That's a good question.
Honestly, it seems very likely that the Underrealms would have at least replicated the Shurtekuan Underrail or whatever they call it. Just seems
what?
very convenient.
You know what? That is a very good point. And before the advent of the show, and before the Showcase of Nations actually started finding ground, and people started actually thinking about what you can do as far as internal combustion is concerned, there would have been a lot of rail transportation. So you know what? Go for it. Yeah.
Trains.
Right, yeah. The Shurtekuan, of course, have been doing it the longest, and they have the best network across the world. But I can totally see the Underrealms having a few stations, especially if they've got ties with the Skador.
Probably rickety as shit, though.
Well,
Powered by Rams.
I mean, I'm like, compare that to the Ram car. Can it really be? How much?
The Rams run them.
Ram pulled railways.
Just 20 rams collected together, just pulling around these things.
No, what'll happen is the ram is that will load everything onto the trains, and the rams will take 5 steps backwards. Smack, off you go.
I believe it. They're hard-headed enough to
Can
do it.
only go downwards.
So we load the wagon on the train to ride to the Underrealms.
That is what I am thinking. So that said,
It's like the question of the warehouse. Is it like a regular house, but with lycanthrope?
How many times has that joke been said?
When did you guys talk about this joke before?
Oh, just in general, not.
In general, not us specifically, yeah.
Yeah.
Good question.
okay. So you fine folks are indeed on this train headed towards the Underrealm Emirates. Despite at some it's a very enjoyable day outside. However, some of you might feel a tiny bit glum because this comes with the knowledge that this might be the last time you get a good look at the sun for a little while. And you,
Yeah.
as you enter the tunnel and the train whistles, woo, full speed ahead.
Back in the underground once again.
Stupid son.
Out of
You
the
seem
burning. Happy, excited, and fearful.
How?
And the echo made it worse. No, I take that. No, I take that back. You guys are in a car, but it is a confined space, so.
Yeah. Ow.
It means I am closer toward people I don't want to be near.
By the
The
way,
Empire,
what have you
yes.
guys done to me? Because I was off getting food.
We would have waited for you or like picked you up
Yeah.
before we
No,
said-
just leave you behind in another country.
You said you were on your way to the restaurant. People would you probably would have arrived. People would have filled you in on how we're getting to the Underrealms.
Okay. So not much happens in between, huh?
Yeah. Alas,
This-
poor elf child.
he's coming with us.
Fettuccine was given his own box.
Fettuccine's stuck with us. He's going on the adventure,
Okay.
even though he doesn't want to die.
Now, as for hold on. As for how this would work out, the thing because the thing is I obviously don't have this train ride ready to go exactly as planned. But on the other side, I got like 20 minutes before I actually, honest to God, need to go.
We can stop now.
Yeah.
Totally okay to stop now. Got my food anyway to eat, so.
Yeah, we can stop now.
It was done.
And it gives you time for the cart detail.
For the what detail?
The cart detail.
The cart detail.
to write your story about the train and stuff.
Train.
Choo choo.
But I actually do have some. But I actually do have some. But I actually did have something set up, and I normally would run it. So I sincerely apologize that I'm on the strict time schedule that I am.
It's understandable.
Open
Just
it
how
with
things
the
are.
next. Open it with the next
Yeah.
session. Or open the next session with it, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
I personally would rather do that than have you guys pause mid combat, because I feel like that just makes things awkward for everybody.
Yeah.
So I
Next that I
apologize.
full combat.
So I apologize. So I apologize for the awkward cutoff point. But
It's not that awkward, honestly.
My back
We
hurts.
travel to the next city. Good stop
I mean,
point.
I leave a lot during awkward moments, and you guys are still going. I'm so used to it; it ain't even affecting me.
Yes. The answer is yes.
I don't know if that's a good thing for the campaign or not.
That is very questionable, yes.
Did you leave, Matt?
Suddenly, girlfriend.
Guys, I might actually be a pretty crap storyteller.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're good.
It's fine, probably. I hope nothing bad happens.
I have the power.
What do
Love you,
do have
baby.
left?
5, 6, 7, 8. Duppity ding a ding a dong a ding. And then
Oh, I just remembered. I need to go ahead and kickstart for developing clans.
I need to write down what magic stones do.
Yes, and also details on the classes. For
No. No.
No?
No. Magic stones first, then classes.
All right.
Because
Okay, so
dear
that's
God,
related to a whole different campaign. So I guess I'm gonna stop the recording now. Yes.
Yeah.
this would be a good time to cut it with. Thank you.
Okay, now cutting recording.